Hey guys, it's Randy and welcome to my channel, Zero Waste, Zero Worries, where I talk about saving the earth and inherently ourselves. It's a little bit rainy today, so I hope that doesn't mess with the audio too much. I already had to pull out a light because I usually film in natural light and not have to waste energy with lights, but Mother Nature is just not happy today. Maybe it's because we keep polluting the earth, but I don't know, just a thought. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I use in my zero waste bathroom. I've been able to avoid pretty much all forms of plastic at this point, and it has made such a huge difference in my hygiene routine. So while I'm talking about general hygiene, I want to go ahead and make the note that I've made a lot of changes in my bathroom recently, but none of them have altered my hygiene in a negative way. I have a very not weird, I would say it's probably good. I have a very strong obsession with my hygiene. It's just the way I was raised, I guess. I take hygiene very seriously. I take my own hygiene seriously, but I also take other people's hygiene seriously, so I am not going to be recommending anything that doesn't work. But with that being said, everyone's body is different, so some of these products might not work for you, regardless if they work for me or not, because everyone's got different stuff going on. So in my shower, I have a shower caddy with 3 different shelves on it, and to put things in perspective for you guys, talking about how much plastic I used to use, I had the second shelf and the bottom shelf as well as space on the actual bathtub ledge for all of my shower products because I just used so many different products packaged in plastic, and I would like buy new shampoo before I even ran out of the other shampoo. I don't know, I was such a mess. But now I only take up 1 shelf in the shower, and I even have more space in that 1 shelf, and so I have dramatically reduced the amount of plastic and the amount of products that I'm using in general. All of these products that I have switched to, while they are more minimal, they do work differently. They don't work worse, but they definitely work differently, and I'll get into those when I show you individual products. So before I get into rambling for 24 hours straight, we're just going to go straight into my first swap that I've made in the bathroom. The first zero waste swap I made in my bathroom was trading my plastic shampoo and conditioner bottles for a shampoo bar. There are a lot of things to say about washing your hair with a shampoo bar because it is kind of drastically different than washing your hair with regular shampoo. The number one difference between washing your hair with a conventional liquid shampoo and washing it with a shampoo bar is the way your hair feels when you're washing it. When you're washing your hair with a shampoo bar, when you're like rinsing the lather out, it's going to feel almost too clean, and it'll feel like your hair has a waxy residue on it. You kind of have to get past the texture of that because it's only showing that your hair is that clean that it feels different. The sulfates in regular shampoo are actually designed to not clean your hair as well because then you'll have to use more shampoo and buy more shampoo and corporate America. That texture problem deters a lot of people from using a shampoo bar in general, but I'll promise you get used to it if you just stick with it. It really is worth it. So I've mentioned this in another video, but the shampoo bar that I'm currently using is the Brew Craft Beer shampoo bar. I previously was using a J.R. Liggett shampoo bar, which I prefer, honestly. I have to wash my hair more often with the shampoo bar. I have to wash it every day. With a J.R. Liggett's bar, I could skip a day in between hair washes. This just doesn't clean my hair as well, so I find that I have to use this more often. I'm no longer using the J.R. Liggett shampoo bar because I had to get it online, and that caused a lot of packaging waste, and I did find this at Walmart, and it's just in a cardboard packaging, so that's a lot better than all of the shipping waste involved with ordering the J.R. Liggett's bar. If you have access to a store where J.R. Liggett sells their shampoo bars, I would recommend J.R. Liggett's before Brew. If you have my specific hair type, I have very oily hair to the point where I don't need to use conditioner anymore because my hair is that greasy, kind of conditions itself. But if you have drier hair, the Brew bar would probably work perfect for you. The second zero waste swap I made in my bathroom is just switching to a regular bar of soap instead of liquid soaps. Buying a regular bar of soap is so much cheaper and so much more environmentally friendly. It's probably one of the easiest swaps you can do. The bar of soap that I'm currently using is made by a company called Bicomb, which I believe are stationed in Austin and San Antonio, Texas, and I got this bar of soap from a farmer's market. Bicomb does not package their soaps in any plastic. They only do tissue paper and cardboard, which is great, but the catch is that their soaps are made with palm oil. I will not be purchasing these soaps again because the palm oil industry is not one that I am wanting to support right now because they are contributing to a lot of deforestation. I got very caught up in the fact that their company was locally made and it seemed ethically made, but I didn't ask about the ingredients, and that's my fault. I should have done that. If you want to know more about that deforestation, I will leave a link in the description below detailing the deforestation that they are contributing to. But like I said, moving to a bar soap is possibly the easiest zero waste swap across the board. Another thing I use in my bathroom is a stainless steel safety razor. You just kind of have to play around with it. It's different for everyone who uses one, but this does cut down on a lot of plastic razors. I never even thought about what was happening to my razors after I was throwing them away until I saw that somebody was using a stainless steel razor. You do have to replace the blades on these. I bought a pack of 50 Astra blades from Amazon. That's probably going to last me an entire year, if not more. I know there's packs of 100 that have lasted people like 5 years, which is amazing. The blade is actually super simple to replace. You just screw off the bottom here, and then you have your bottom plate, the actual razor, and then the top plate. And you screw it back on when you want to replace the blade. I don't have to replace the blade to this often at all. I haven't kept track with how often I am replacing it, but I think I've only gone through 4 blades and I've been using this safety razor for about 6 months already. The last thing that I use in the shower is actually packaged in plastic. This is my face wash. It's by the brand Aveeno. I have very, very, very temperamental acne. I'm allergic to most makeup. I'm allergic to most things I put on my face. So I have to be very careful when I'm choosing products for my face. This is something I'm not allergic to, so I've continued to use it. I have found a swap for it though when I run out of this, which is going to be in quite a while. I found a Cetaphil bar for your face. Aveeno does not make one of these. I'm hoping that I won't be allergic to this. Stay tuned, you'll see. But that's all I use specifically in the shower. It used to be a lot more than that. If my brother is watching this video, you know how many products I used to use in the bathroom. So moving to other products that I use in the bathroom, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my toothpaste. My dentist and I have not yet decided if I'm going to be using this indefinitely, but I have found a swap of toothpaste that's in a glass jar. I don't have a problem with this toothpaste at all. I actually find that it cleans better than what I was using previously, which was Sensodyne in a plastic package, but this isn't a very widely used toothpaste, so my dentist is kind of skeptical about it at the moment. So is my mom, my other dentist. We've invested a lot of money in my teeth over the years. Fun fact, I had braces for 8 years. Now onto my toothbrush. I was using a regular plastic toothbrush like anyone else in the world before, until I realized that switching to a bamboo toothbrush is so easy. In the United States alone, we use over 1 billion toothbrushes a year. That's in the United States alone. That's only one country, and a lot of those toothbrushes end up in the ocean. So if you buy something like a bamboo toothbrush, it will be safer for marine life, and it will also eventually biodegrade. There are 5 toothbrushes in here. The outside is packaged in cardboard, as well as everything inside. For some reason, some unknown reason, a lot of bamboo toothbrush companies will do that exact thing and then package the actual toothbrush inside the box in plastic packaging. I don't know. The bristles are plastic, which is kind of unfortunate, but there are other alternatives to plastic bristles. I think there are boar hair bristles, not by this company, but by other companies on Amazon. I've found virtually no difference in using one of these bamboo toothbrushes, and I actually think that it lasts longer than my regular plastic toothbrush, so that's nice. But that is an easy and not incredibly expensive alternative for anybody who wants to make any kind of progress in their bathroom. We're going to move on to my deodorant now, which is by the brand Schmidt's, and this is the lavender and sage scent. Yes. This does work very differently than regular deodorant does. Doesn't work any better or any worse, but it does work differently. Obviously, it's in a jar, so that's the first big difference. Because it's in a jar, it has to be scooped out, and it does come with a little scoop. But I would also keep in mind, if you take this on a road trip with you, or if you're traveling anywhere, to probably take the deodorant inside the car with you, because it will melt if left in the trunk. I figured that out. My disclaimer for this deodorant is that I don't sweat a whole lot. Even when I'm exercising, my body just doesn't produce a whole lot of sweat. So when I use this, it doesn't have a giant job to take care of or anything. I just put it on to make sure that I'm keeping up with my hygiene. But if you are someone who sweats a lot, no shame, it's fine. But maybe you might want to be kind of wary of this deodorant. That doesn't mean not purchase it, but maybe put on a little bit more than I would. I put on maybe like a pea-sized amount. This also is more powdery than a regular deodorant, and that's because you're taking it out of a jar instead of putting it on with a stick, but it's not like a complete mess every time you put it on. Now on to my next bathroom zero waste swap, which is my lotion. This is in a plastic jar. I didn't purchase it in a plastic jar. I made it myself and then I put it in here because I didn't need to buy something if I could just reuse something I already had. I'm running pretty low here. The recipe for this is super simple. The only two things that you absolutely need to make this lotion are cocoa butter and coconut oil. I put equal parts in a double boiler and then I melt it down. But the cocoa butter does leave a very strong chocolate smell, so if you're not into that in a lotion, I put a lot of drops of orange essential oil in it, and it kind of comes out smelling like a chocolate orange, and then it's a lot more bearable for myself. By the way, after you take it out of the double boiler, put it in the fridge for like 30-ish minutes or until it hardens, and then you whip it up. I'll make a video on that probably. Yeah, I think I will. Moving on to the next thing, which is my alternative for Q-tips. I used to use paper and cotton Q-tips every single day, sometimes twice a day. By used to, I mean like 6 days ago when I got this set of ear cleaners in. They're stainless steel. I haven't really gotten the chance to use them yet. I've only got to look at them really. I'm not going to give a premature review on this because I haven't been able to use them, obviously. But I will let you guys know if this is an alternative for you, if you're wanting to cut down your usage of Q-tips. Maybe you could use one of these, you know? Yeah. It took me a really long time to fill up my bathroom trash can recently, and I ended up filling it up with Q-tips because I used that many Q-tips. I'm sorry, they're paper and cotton, so they're not as bad as plastic Q-tips, but I have found an alternative for it, and hopefully it works for me. When I crunch the numbers, it's really big because I used Q-tips every single day. From the day I was born, my mom started using Q-tips in my ear. So I'm gonna insert the number here. I'm sorry, Earth. Moving on to what I'm now using as face moisturizer. Like I said earlier, I have very temperamental skin, so I had to be very careful in choosing what I was going to now use for my moisturizer. And I eventually settled on jojoba oil, which has worked pretty well for me. I haven't noticed any negative effects on my skin. It pretty much moisturizes as you would assume an oil would. It does feel different than what I was using before, which was a CeraVe moisturizer. It feels heavier because it is an oil, but it moisturizes your skin exactly the same, and it's plastic free. The reason I chose jojoba oil over something like grapeseed oil is because I read that jojoba oil is the closest to the natural oils that your skin produces, so I thought that'd probably be pretty good for me, and like I said, it has worked fine, honestly. I'm not picky as long as I'm not allergic to it. This next swap was one that was fairly easy as well, and that was just as simple as ditching my plastic comb and my plastic hairbrush when they reached the end of their lives and getting wooden and bamboo hairbrushes. I'm not gonna go super in detail on these two things because they're pretty simple. They work exactly the same way that a plastic hairbrush would. Yeah, it's not different. If you're wondering why people in the zero waste community opt for bamboo so much, it's because bamboo, I think, is one of the fastest generating plants in the world, so it's really hard to diminish the supply of bamboo. And for my last bathroom swap, I'm going to be showing you guys what I now use as perfume. Before my whole zero waste journey, I was very much a Bath & Body Works girl. I had a lot of Bath & Body Works perfumes and lotions and hand sanitizers and things I don't need. I've swapped those plastic Bath & Body Works products for a roll-on essential oil perfume. My friend actually made this for me for my graduation gift, and she titled it Energy. I don't remember the exact blend that is in here. I just know that lavender's in it because I smell it. This smells so good, and now that I'm using it, I actually prefer smelling like natural scents more than I prefer smelling like the tropics. Anyway, it's just a simple roll-on perfume like you would do anything else, except you have to rub it in a little bit better because it is oil-based. I'll leave a link to her email down below if you want one of these for yourself. She's pretty good at making them. I suggest it. So that's it, guys. That's all I use in my bathroom. There's only one thing packaged in plastic, and I do have an alternative for it. Now that we're nearing the end of the video and it is very obvious how much plastic somebody could be using in the bathroom, I hope it leaves you with a sense of wanting to change up your hygiene routine a little bit. It's become obvious that the products in your bathroom are so simple and easy and a lot of the times inexpensive to replace. So if you make any of these changes, please let me know. My social media will be in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for caring about the earth, and I will see you next time. Bye!